It is that time of year again when fans are immersed in the emotions of their teams winning or losing and their favorite players bagging one award or another, and there is no bigger individual accolade in the NFL than the MVP award. The NFL MVP has been historically dominated by quarterbacks, and it is no different this year, with names being thrown out there from Lamar Jackson to Dak Prescott to Brock Purdy. However, there's one quarterback that many seem to be sleeping on: Josh Allen.
He is otherworldly, and Buffalo, he willed them to the number 2 seed. Most everybody bailed on this franchise when they lost to Philadelphia.
He's accounted for 83% of his team's touchdowns. 83. No QB is more important to their team right now than Josh Allen.
Here's why Allen deserves to be part of the MVP award conversation. Watching Josh Allen play is a treat, and ever since he joined the league in 2018, his ability to both throw and run has made the Buffalo Bills a strong team. It's not just the team. Allen himself has been in the MVP conversation year after year. In the 2022 season, he took it up a notch, leading the Bills to a 13-3 record with games lost by only 8 points. Despite a different story in the playoffs, Allen had a successful year. In 16 games, he threw for 4,283 yards with 35 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. He completed 63.3% of his throws and added 762 rushing yards with 7 scores to mark his 3rd straight season with over 4,000 passing yards, 35 or more passing touchdowns, and 6 or more rushing touchdowns. He led Buffalo to its 3rd consecutive AFC East Division title, but it wasn't enough for him to clinch his first MVP. Patrick Mahomes had an outstanding season, claiming 48 out of 50 MVP votes, leaving 1 each for Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. So, heading into the 2023 season, Allen was expected to be a top candidate for the MVP award. If he maintained his high level of play, he could become the first Bills player since Thurman Thomas in 1991 to win the honor. That said, the Buffalo Bills campaign started with a focus on Allen taking fewer hits, perhaps by sliding earlier and staying in the pocket. However, this took a sour turn with a mixed start to the season. Following a disappointing 24-22 loss to the Denver Broncos in Week 10, the Bills found themselves in a tough spot with a 5-5 record. The defeat left them searching for answers and grappling with the challenges ahead. The idea of the 5-5 Bills being a Super Bowl contender was thrown out of the window, as there was no reason to believe the current version of the Bills could compete at the level they had in previous seasons. The Bills faced a myriad of issues, ranging from self-inflicted mistakes and poor play on both offense and defense to questionable coaching decisions. The combination of these factors, along with a challenging late-season schedule, had the team teetering on the brink of missing the postseason for the first time since 2018. This was a far cry from the promising season many had anticipated for both Josh Allen and the Bills, causing Allen to swiftly drop out of the MVP contention. In response to the challenges, the Bills made a significant move after the loss to the Broncos. Head coach Sean McDermott took decisive action by firing offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey, who had been Allen's quarterback's coach from 2019 to 21. Mid-season, Joe Brady stepped in as the new offensive coordinator. Following this change, the Bills shifted their focus, placing more reliance on their rushing attack. It became evident that with a 6'5", 240-pound quarterback like Allen, his running abilities needed to be utilized. Buffalo capitalized on this realization, and Allen, resembling a runaway train, showcased his elite skills, particularly in avoiding sacks. Allen's ability to break tackles, outpace pass rushers to the line of scrimmage, and turn broken plays into successful ones became a game changer. This transformation helped the Bills go 6-1 down the stretch, including an impressive 5-game winning streak to close out the season. They secured their 4th consecutive division title by defeating Miami again in Week 18. Notably, the Bills achieved a historic feat, becoming the first team since the NFL playoff seeding began in 1975 to earn a top 2 seed in their conference after being at 500 or below with 5 games remaining in the regular season. Allen's personality was visible on the field during their first stretch of games when they went 5-5 and the other stretch that saw the Bills go 6-1 to work back into playoff contention and steal AFC top spot, despite having one of the most difficult strengths of schedule in the league during that period. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs and Dallas Cowboys, which are two of the best teams in the league during that 6-1 stretch, and Allen led it during a sixth season in which the quarterback experienced ups and downs, changes in mindset, and an in-season coordinator change for the first time in his career. Despite it all, Allen has been so good this season that he's still produced like a top 3 quarterback in terms of efficiency and largely gives the Bills a chance to win every game. Speaking of the MVP, it's important to understand that the MVP award isn't solely based on individual stats or flashy plays. Instead, it reflects a player's indispensability to their team and their role in guiding the team to a season marked by respectability. It goes beyond raw numbers, encompassing leadership, impact, and the ability to elevate collective efforts, and Josh Allen's season truly embodies these qualities, making him a strong contender for the MVP. Delving into the stats, Josh Allen had an outstanding 2023 regular season, showcasing his quarterback prowess in 17 starts. His arm strength and precision were evident, accumulating an impressive 4,306 passing yards and connecting for 29 passing touchdowns. While the 18 interceptions hint at a penchant for risk-taking when compared to other top quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes at 4,183 and Tua Tagovailoa at 4,624, Allen's performance stands out. In terms of passer rating, Allen posted a commendable 92.2, slightly trailing behind elite quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes at 92.6, Dak Prescott at 105.9, and Brock Purdy at 113. However, looking solely at passer ratings doesn't capture the full picture of Allen's contributions. What distinguishes him is his ability to impact the game beyond passing statistics. With 524 rushing yards and an impressive 15 rushing touchdowns, Allen excels in a dimension of the game that few quarterbacks can match, surpassing even notable rushing quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. Notably, Allen led the NFL with 44 combined passing and rushing touchdowns in the season, 6 more than any other player, marking his 4th straight season with 40 or more combined touchdowns. This extends his own streak, tying Tom Brady for the 2nd most such seasons in NFL history. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: Allen's 18 interceptions. Despite his impressive numbers, the turnovers have been a significant blemish on his record. Ranking 2nd in the league behind Washington's Sam Howell, Allen's 22 total turnovers are hard to overlook. However, it's important to consider the context. The team often placed a substantial burden on him, which contributed to some of these mistakes. While it doesn't excuse all the interceptions, it does add a layer of understanding when evaluating his strong MVP case. While interceptions grab the spotlight, it's crucial to acknowledge another aspect of Allen's game: his ability to avoid sacks. He boasted the lowest sack rate at 3.7% and sack-to-pressure ratio at 12.3% among all quarterbacks. Viewing Allen solely through the lens of his negatives would be misleading because his positives are undeniably strong. Despite finishing 3rd in QBR behind Brock Purdy and Prescott, Allen's combined passing and rushing production sets him apart as highly effective quarterback, making the overall picture undeniably elite. Beyond the statistics, Allen played a pivotal role in turning the tide for the Bills during their mid-season struggles. The team faced challenges, scoring only 25 points once from weeks 5 to 10, amid turnovers and inconsistency. Allen, with slight alterations in his play and mindset, contributed to the transformation. The Bills' offensive performance improved, and winning the AFC East, which seemed unlikely just a couple of weeks ago, became a reality. Allen played a crucial role in supporting his offensive line, including Brown and the other starters. Despite mounting defensive injuries, the offense, led by Allen, picked up the slack. In the final stretch of the season, Allen guided the Bills to 5 consecutive victories, defeating formidable opponents like the Chargers, Patriots, and Dolphins since the start of December. Over this span, the 2-time Pro Bowler threw for 1,349 total yards and accounted for 12 total touchdowns, brightly ending the season and securing the AFC East Championship for the 4th straight season. In terms of impact, Josh Allen's 2023 season makes a compelling case for his productivity and value to the Buffalo Bills, arguably putting him ahead of several quarterback counterparts in the league. Despite Lamar Jackson being the current frontrunner for the league's most valuable player, Allen's season stands out. Granted, Jackson has had an outstanding season leading the Ravens to the #1 seed, and the statistical advantage he holds over Allen in giveaways, combining lost fumbles and interceptions, 13 to Allen's 22, might sway some opinions in Jackson's favor. However, when it comes to overall offensive production, Allen takes the lead. In the fundamental quarterback stats of yards and touchdowns, Allen outshines, producing 4,830 yards and 44 overall touchdowns, 6 more than any other NFL player. Jackson, in comparison, produced 4,499 yards and 29 total touchdowns, meaning Allen nearly averaged 1 full touchdown per game more than Jackson. Now, considering the evolving definition of the MVP, which often goes to the best quarterback on a successful team, Allen's importance to the Bills becomes even more evident. He was responsible for an impressive 86% of the Bills' 51 offensive touchdowns in 2023, a stark contrast to Jackson's contribution of 55% of the Ravens' total touchdowns. This significant disparity is noteworthy when compared to past MVP winners like Patrick Mahomes in 2022 with 76% of Chiefs touchdowns, and Aaron Rodgers in 2020 and 2021 with 80% and 77% of Packers touchdowns respectively. In terms of both importance and production, Allen's impact on the Bills surpasses Jackson's, and one could even argue that his numbers are superior. While numbers don't tell the entire story, they do convey a substantial part of it. The truth emerging from these statistics suggests that Josh Allen deserves to be in the conversation for the league's most valuable player. With that being said, let me know your thoughts in the MVP conversation in the comments section below. And also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this.